We are going to light our story candle tonight. So we are lighting it, and I will tell you what we're going to do with our story candle in just a moment. So it is here shining bright and it is lit. And we are going to start with our story. The title on the front cover of our book is Planting Stories, The Life of Librarian and Storyteller Pura Belpre. Written by Anika Aldume Denise. That is the person who wrote all of the words in the book. And then we have the illustrator, Paola Escobar. And Escobar, the illustrator, is the one who drew all of these lovely pictures, all of the lovely illustrations that you will see on the front and back covers and inside of our book.
Oh, Miss Jones, you muted. You muted, Miss Jones.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
No. Yes.
Okay, let me start again because I was telling y'all a whole bunch of information. All right, we have our story candle that we lit, and I will tell you what we're going to do with our story candle before the night is over. The title of our book, which is on the front cover, is called Planting Stories, The Life of Librarian and Storyteller Pura Belpre. And it's written, all of the words in the book is written by Anika Aldume Denise, and the illustrations, the pictures are all done by Paola Escobar. So we're going to go ahead and dive in, and thank you guys for letting me know I was muted because sometimes it happens. So thank you, thank you. I'm giving you guys snaps because you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Here's our story, and let us dive in. It is 1921. Pura Teresa Belpre leaves her home in San Juan for a visit to Nueva York. Words travel with her. Stories her abuela taught her, cuentos folclóricos, retold in the shade of a tamarind tree in Puerto Rico. So she is going to Nueva York for the very first time. Amazing. Now a new island stretches before her, ripe for planting seeds of the cuentos she carries. Manhattan, a city of hustle and bustle, bigger, louder, crowded, yet alive with hope and possibility. What began as a visit to celebrate her sister's wedding becomes the first steps in a new land, y una vida nueva for Pura. So this is all new to her, and she is excited. Look at her looking around at all of the hustle bustle going on. She works first in a garment factory. That's where they make clothes, in case you guys didn't know. So we see the sewing machine and the clothes that are being made, but it is cold floors and hard edges, not the soft, fertile ground where seeds take root. Then a golden opportunity. Una benedicción, the library needs a bilingual assistant. Pura speaks Spanish, she speaks English, she speaks French. She is perfect for the job. If you look, she's looking out the window right across the street at the library. But where are her abuela's stories? Not one folktale from Puerto Rico is on the shelves. And she searched and she searched, looking for stories that her abuela told her. An abuela, for those who don't know, that means grandma. How lucky for the library that Pura has story seeds ready to plant and grow. So she is ready to tell her stories. And we have been telling stories all week long. You guys have been sharing your stories with me and your book. In the children's room, she lights the story hour candle. Here's our candle that we lit. And begins. Pura's words paint a picture of a little house with a round balcony where Martina, a beautiful Spanish cockroach, meets Perez, a handsome and gallant mouse. El Ratincito Perez y la Cucarachita Martina, a tale from the tamarind tree. So she's telling the stories, the children are excited. And here is the balcony with Martina, and there is Perez. So he is wooing her, he's bringing her flowers. When Pura's story is done, each child makes a wish on the candle, and with a wisp of air, whoosh, la vela is blown out. Now, Pura has a wish too, to plant her story seeds throughout the land. Pura learns to make puppets. Puppets are where you put on your hand and they talk to you. Pura learns she snips and sews their clothes, because remember, she worked in a garment factory, paints their delicate faces. So here she is, they're blowing out the candle after the story, and here she is making her puppets. She is ready for story time. Families come to hear folk tales in English and Espanol to watch Pura's puppets dance across the stage of her stories. There is Martina, there is Perez, they're all dancing and she's reading and she's planting seeds every time she tells her stories. But the library needs libros for its shelves, and libros are books. How can more children read Perez y Martina and other cuentos de Puerto Rico? Pura puts her story in an envelope and mails it to Frederick Warren, a publisher, because she wants everybody across the world to hear the stories that her abuela told her. So she puts it in the mailbox. And let's see what happens. Soon, Perez y Martina is a book. And this is part of the book that her stories are in. Now a published author, puppeteer, and storyteller, Pura travels from branch to branch, classroom to classroom, to churches and community centers, planting her story seeds in the hearts and minds of children new to this island, who wish to remember la lengua y las colores of home.
Progress.
So she is telling her story to everyone who would listen. She goes to churches, she goes to schools, she goes everywhere. Writing, learning, speaking, teaching, traveling. Pura does not slow down until, what do you think happens to her? She meets her own Perez, like the beautiful Martina. And there he is in the audience. They are making eye contact. On a December day in New York, Pura marries the musician Clarence Cameron White. Un año away from the library, she decides 1 year to start a new life as a wife. So she fell in love with Clarence, they got married, and there they are at their wedding, and they're playing music, choo, 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 choo. But a year stretches on. Together they travel to new cities. Clarence plays his music and Pura tells her stories. She has her puppets and they are going around telling their stories and dancing. They are happy years of music and writing, separations and reunions, friends, family, and stories always, until one day in June in New York, Clarence stops playing his music and Pura's story must begin again. So Clarence is no more. Now she has to start again on a journey on her own. What is she gonna do? It is 1961, so 40 years have passed since she was in the library. Pura returns to the library. There are others now, storytellers who make puppets dance, who read Perez y Martina, The Tiger and the Rabbit, Juan Bobo, The Three Magi, and many more of Pura's stories to the children. So where is Pura gonna go because now they have all these other librarians telling her stories with her puppets that her abuela told her. What will she do? The seeds she has planted, the roots that grew shoots into the open air of possibility, have become a lush landscape into which she steps as though she has never left. So now that her stories are being told, there are books for her that her abuela told her, and the children are growing and planting seeds and spreading them to their families. So as you can see, Pura Belpre has told stories and she's planted seeds, and now others are telling stories from what her abuela told her. So this is planting stories. And you guys are planting stories as you guys tell us stories all week long, every day, about things that your abuela or your mommy and daddy have told you, grandma and grandpa. That's how we tell stories. That's how we plant seeds. That's how our imaginations grow. So this is what I want us to do. Because as we were reading our story, in it, Pura had the children to think about it and make a wish, right? So in the story, we had our story candle that we lit. So this is what I want us to do. Before I do that, I'm going to remove the pen. Let's see here. I want to make sure I see everybody that's in here. All right, guys, we are going to, I'm going to stop for just a moment. Sorry, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Gale and have Mr. Gale, if you would like to say something before we close out and we make our wish on our story candle, that would be amazing.
So the only thing I would like to say, hooty hoo, and thank you for joining us this evening, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a good night. Back to you, Ms. Jones.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. I want you guys to give yourselves snaps for coming in and for listening and making sure you guys are planting your seeds every day, because I know you guys are amazing because I see it in class all the time. So we have given you a couple of moments to think about your wish. So I hope you guys thought really, really hard, right? And on 3, I want everybody to blow because we are going to make a wish. All right. So on 3, I want you guys to blow, but I want you to think about your wish first. Think about it, think about it, think about it. All right, does everybody have it in? If you have it in, give me a thumbs up so I know we're ready. I see it, good job, good job. All right, so on 3, we are going to blow. And remember, wishes come true if you keep them to yourself, so you have to button it up. Are you guys ready? Are you sure you can do it? Here we go. On 1, 2, and 3. Now blow. Did everybody make their wish? Everybody got it? Everybody give me a thumbs up because I know you did it. All right, amazing. Good job. Give yourself snaps because you guys are awesome. All right, today.